All right, this is the adding and subtracting decimal homework number 2. Let's take a look at the first one. These first 4 are all solving equations with decimals. So let's start with the first one up in the top left corner. I'm going to put my line down at the equal sign, and I'm trying to get n by itself. So the inverse operation for subtracting 5.6 is to add 5.6 to both sides. So I'm going to add it there, and I'm going to add here. So those become 0, and I'm left with my n. Now on this side, you have to make sure you line up the 14 and the 5.6. In a whole number, the decimal comes at the end. So I'm going to put the decimal there, and it's kind of like I have a 0 over the 6. Let me show it to you a little bit bigger over here. It's 14.0 and 5.6. So I'm going to add those together, and I'm going to get 19.6 for my answer. Now if we want to check, we could go back in. The original equation was 14 equals n minus 5.6. So if we substitute in our 19.6 minus 5.6, we do get 14, so that one checks. All right, let's go over to the second one. This one says 0.01 times x equals 5. So right now those are being multiplied together. Don't know if she wanted to do one with multiplication, but let me show it to you. The opposite of multiplying would be to divide 0.01 on both sides. Those would reduce, and you could definitely use a calculator for the multiplying and dividing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 5 divided by 0.01, and that gives me 500. Okay. So the other ones are both just adding, so you know to solve you would do the inverse of subtracting. So just make sure when you subtract, it would help if I drew a 2, just make sure that you line up your decimals for both of those, okay? All right, let's take a look down at the word problems. Number 1 says you went to the store with $7.75. That's how much you have. You spent $4.97. So what do we have left? Well, if I had $7.75, I'm taking away $4.97. You need to do subtraction. Make sure your decimals are lined up. I'll let you guys solve that. Number 2, you are on your way to work. You drive 1.8 miles to the gas station to get gas. Then your workplace is another 2.3 miles from the gas station. So what's your total distance for your commute to work? So we're looking for a total. So that means I'm going to take the 1.8 miles that I drove to the gas station and add the 2.31 miles. So remember, when you have this empty space, you can put in a 0 as your place filler. All right, and the last one, you're at the mall. You're going to spend $15.99 for a t-shirt, $8.34 for a poster, and $7.86 on snacks. So how much money did you spend altogether? Well, we're going to get a total by adding all 3 together. You need to make sure you line up the decimals like this, and then you can do your adding.